So good morning everyone. My name is Arslan and you are watching Proper Tech Tutorial. So Proper Tech Tutorial is a one-stop solution where we strive to the latest engineering software tips, tutorials and career boosting content. So today we are kicking off with a new series that is learning Siemens NX from beginner to pro, and if it is tailor-made for the people who are looking to learn any parametric design software, be it AutoCAD, SolidWorks or Siemens NX, this series is tailor-made for you. Or any professional who is trying to migrate into a design or an R&D or a manufacturing division, be sure to subscribe and like our videos. Okay, so this video is regarding the introduction of Siemens NX and learning it and the importance of it. So we'll start with that. And this series will have everything covered, everything in depth covered regarding sketch, modeling, and assembly. And the syllabus I'll show you in just a couple of minutes as to what will be the things that will be covered by us, and 95 to 98% of the tools that are related to sketch, modeling and assembly in Siemens NX will be covered by us. Remaining 2 to 5% can be covered by your end, which are very similar to the things which have been discussed, and it just needs one or two iteration from your end. And for those who have not watched our video as to how to install Siemens NX, the link is in the description. You can watch it from there and install the video and start with this series. So first of all, let us talk about Siemens NX. That what is Siemens NX? So Siemens NX is actually a very powerful software that is not just made only for design, but is also a full-fledged integrated suite for product design, engineering and manufacturing. So Siemens NX is widely used in industries such as Boeing, General Motors and Siemens itself. And as you know that Siemens is a German company, MNC, that has gained wide recognition in multilateral projects and many other engineering applications. So we have seen that Siemens NX is used in many big companies, but what if the question might be that what if I am engineering graduate, that I am currently pursuing my mechanical or civil or electrical or electronics currently from such an XYZ college, and the companies like Boeing and General Motors and Ford etc. do not come in my companies, and the companies like Maruti Suzuki, Honda, Hyundai, such companies come. So why should I learn Siemens NX then? That is a very good question, and the answer for that is that Siemens NX, first of all, is the software which is tailor-made for making building of ships, building of rockets, building of aerospace. Secondly, Siemens NX allows the user to do sketch, modeling, assembly, analysis, simulation, all in one single software. Thirdly, the user interface for Siemens NX is very user friendly, and it allows the user to understand the software hassle free without losing their confidence. So it is a tertiary benefit, but it is concerned for this series that this benefit will be very crucial for people who learn Siemens NX first and then try to learn any other software, and this helps them to boost their morale. This helps to boost their confidence also. Secondly, fourthly, Siemens NX is widely accepted in the engineering job market, and it boosts your resume, your portfolio if you apply for any competitive job vacancy or you are entering in the competitive job market. So that is also a thing. And Siemens NX, if you have mentioned in your resume, it boosts your resume, and it helps your chances to get selected in divisions like manufacturing and in design, in assembly, in R&D division, in simulation, etc. So this is also one of the reasons. Also, Siemens NX allows people to help deliver professional grade projects. So in your fourth year or in your MTech second year, you can use Siemens NX to deliver projects which are of international level. That will be also a thing which is to be considered for those who are pursuing academics. Also, Like what will we be learning from this Siemens NX training? As I've already told that we will be learning things like Siemens NX training from beginner to pro, such as sketch, modeling, and assembly. So I'll just let you show the syllabus of Siemens NX, that is the syllabus which is created by me and will be pursuing for this series from start to the end. The first video which we have already discussed is the introduction of Siemens NX, and the second video, the part 2 and part 3 and so on, this will be, I'll just give you brief overview of all the parts and then we'll continue to our next video. Okay, so this part 2, part 3 and part 4, 5, 6, 7 till 8. This will be related to the backbone of learning Siemens NX, the backbone as to how to use Siemens NX, how to make custom rules, how to customize your Siemens user interface to best fit your application, your work, and how to do view manipulation and how to make your rendering, your view or display much more easier. Rather to go to particular tool sets, you can just have it in a click of your mouse. Okay, so in the next section we'll be dealing with the sketch and the sections and features and creating datum. Datum is nothing but origin or the CSYS or the coordinate system of Siemens NX, and that is the absolute reference for making anything anywhere in Siemens NX, and that is a better approach in order to make anything error free. And then we'll be going on to the basic curves and then advanced curves, and then we'll be starting with the constraints related to sketch. And there are two types of constraints. There are geometric constraints and dimensional constraints. What is the purpose of constraints? That is, it allows the user to define its sketch, its model, its assembly in order to prevent it from getting modified without the user's consent. So that is one thing. For example, if you have made a rectangle and you have not put any of the constraints in that, and if you change the length of one side, and if you are planning to keep it a rectangle, then it might not be a rectangle and it might get converted into another shape, that is an irregular polygon. So if you will apply the constraint of being parallel, of the opposite sides being parallel, then if you will change, and if you will change the dimension of one, the dimension of another will also get changed. If you will apply the constraint of having equal length of opposite sides, then if you will change the dimension of one end, then it will change the dimension of the opposite end also on its own. So without distorting the geometry, the constraints are useful for the user or the designer. Then we'll come to the modeling and the overview as to how to convert a 2D sketch into a 3D model. And there are two types of modeling tools. One is the sketch based modeling tools and another is the feature based modeling tools that do not require any sketch to be there for now. So, and then there are some Boolean operations that will be understood by us, and then it is part of Siemens NX border bar, or you can say the resource bar, that is the part navigator, the assembly navigator, the constraints navigator, etc. These things will be discussed. Then we'll start with the assembly part as to how to make an assembly and how to make the assembly constraints. As you know that, for example, if you have put one bolt and one nut in your assembly, and if you have not applied the proper constraint on both the components, then the bolt and nut might not be coupled together in a practical manner, and they will be coupled together in an unrealistic or an impractical manner. That is very difficult for the viewer to understand as to how it can be. And constraints allow for the components to not overlap with each other. That is not possible. For example, if I have two fingers, I can make them touch one another. I can make them parallel to one another. I can make them hinge on one another, but I cannot pass one finger to another. That is impossible. But if you will not apply proper constraint, your assembly will look like something like one finger has passed to another finger. So that is thing, and there are some basic assembly constraints, and there are advanced constraints, and then finally there is an exploded view. What is an exploded view? The last topic which will be covered, an overview about that, is that whether you are a designer, whether you are an R&D specialist, whether you are a project engineer, an installation engineer, a fitter, or a maintenance engineer, or commissioning in charge, anyone. If you are related with machines, components, and assembly, then you need to understand how to read a design, how to read a drafting, how to read a design, how to read a drafting sketch of any tool or any component or any assembly or any machine. So exploded view allows the people to understand the exact way to assemble that assembly or the machine, or the exact way to place that component, and that is made possible with the help of the trace lines feature, which is available in the exploded view option. And these trace lines are the reference as to which part goes where and which part goes into another part. So that is the purpose of the trace lines. And I will be making one more series that is dedicated to drafting, as to the drafting feature available in Siemens NX, and that is how to make design a 2D design for a 3D model. That is, you can understand it by that those who have gone through the engineering course or who are currently pursuing their engineering course, they might have any course named as engineering design lab or CAD lab or drafting lab, etc. So with the help of a drafter, we make a design on an A3 sheet on an inclined table, and we use number of types of pencils like 2B, 4B, 8B, etc., HB, and in order to emphasize or highlight the various types of lines that are used, such as the center lines, the reference lines, the lines, the dashed lines, which are used to denote the hidden features, the lines or the symbols which are used to denote the weldings, or the uh, you can say the bore of a hole, or the continuous board lines which are used to denote the things or the features which are available or which are visible from that side of the view. So the drafting consists of top view, bottom view, left view, right view, front view, back view, isometric view, and trimetric view. So these are the basic views which are available. You can make other custom views also, like views which are perpendicular to particular face. So these things, this part of the Siemens NX of drafting will be discussed in another series that I'll be making after some time. So we will have our syllabus till here: sketch, modeling, and assembly, and drafting will be made in another series. So before we move to the part 2 of the video, I would like if you would subscribe to our channel and like our videos, and share our videos with your colleagues and your friends in case you find it useful. Also, if you have any suggestions which you would like us to incorporate, then you can comment in the comment section and we'll definitely respond to you. So till the next time we meet, goodbye.